Hi, everyone. Just trying to see if I am live in the group. Yep. All righty. Hello, everyone. I am Kim Hill, real estate developer and general contractor for Hill, Johnson, and Weinstein. And I am the group leader for Landlord Hackers, which is a Facebook group that you can also join. So today we are going to be talking about co-living. And I am hoping that a couple of my tenants will join us today if they said they would. So hopefully they will do so. And so we'll get a chance to talk to them. And if you have any questions or you want to join me today and ask me any questions, I did post a link there in this private chat. Not sure if you can see it. Yay, there's Keela. Okay. So today I want to talk about, before I get started, first of all, I want to start off saying some positive things to my listeners. I don't feel like this is a podcast, but almost a little bit. But I wanted to say, when one door closes, what do you think I'm going to say? Kick it down. Yeah. So when one door closes, another one does not open up. You got to kick it down. So, and that's what I do. I am a no nonsense type of business person. I don't do things the traditional way. And that's the reason why I named my group Landlord Hacker, because I'm always looking for a hack or some type of loophole to go around. I don't do the red tape. I don't like red tape. So with that being said, I do want to tell a little short story on something that happened on Wednesday. So I was trying to get a meeting with a person that I needed to talk to for my development. And they said that he was in Nashville in at a conference. And I said, Nashville? What? So I did my little homework and found out where he was. And yep, I crashed the meeting. So I went to the meeting, didn't have an invitation, didn't have a ticket, didn't have any of that. And all I had was my phone and a picture of this guy. And I went around and I was like, hey, do you know him? Y'all know him? You know him? And I was showing my phone. They was like, oh, that's so-and-so. He's over there. So finally, I got a chance to talk to him. And guess what? I'm meeting with him on Monday. And this will possibly lead to me gaining $9 million for my project, which I really, really need. So that's what I mean when I say when one door closes, kick it down, because I could have waited for him to return my email or return my call, but I took matters into my own hand. He was here in my city in Nashville. I hunted him down. I stalked him. I found him. I got me a meeting. They want to partner with me. So I just want to say that. And I also want to say to the contrary of that is when they go low, take it to the floor. All right. I don't take the high road. When you go low with me, I'm taking you to the floor. Okay. All right. So with that being said, let's talk about co-living. So a lot of you have been seeing me talk about co-living, and it is something amazing that I started doing maybe about 4 years ago now. Co-living is shared living for professional people. A lot of people think that it's a rooming house. It is not a rooming house. Same concept, but not a rooming house. I would live in a co-living. I would not live in a rooming house. Not to say that rooming houses are bad, but it's just not my cup of tea. All right. So so co-living is where you take your house, you divide the rooms up, and you rent them out. And you find professional people that's working, that's, clean and nice and keep your house up, and you rent the rooms out to them. And most of the time you can have a room. Most of the time with my co-living, I target certain people. I target, people that's working. You can target people like elderly, students, pilots, flight attendants, traveling nurses, all different types of, in the VA, because that's actually how I got started, was going to turn my house into a VA home. I purchased this house for the sole benefit of turning it into a VA home where veterans live. But then I found out that you had to have transportation for the veterans to take them to the doctor. You have to have someone staying there 24 hours a day. And you also have to have a backup person if your 24-hour person gets sick or something like that. So it was just too much responsibility for me. I didn't want that type of problems. So that's actually how I got started. But it's great money in the VA, and it's even more money in co-living without the risk. So a house that I was normally going to rent to a regular renter to a single family home, which is to a single family, I was going to rent it out for maybe $700 to $800. Now that same house, I'm getting $3,400 a month. So that's what co-living is. And also, you want to, build community value with your tenants, not just making it a co-living and making money, but you want to it's all in your tenants. That's all I gotta say. It's like it's all about the tenants, because if you choose the wrong tenants, then you can have a whole lot of problems. You can have a lot of problems with single family homes, but you can have a lot more problems with choosing the wrong tenants with co-living. So, and with that being said, I am happy to announce that I'm finally opening up my registration for my class. It's been a long time coming, but with this project and doing a lot of other things, it's been a while. But this is something that I'm very passionate about, like teaching other people to become successful and to increase their cash flow for their portfolios. So you won't have to have the burden of, if you got sick or anything and you couldn't pay the bills. This definitely is mailbox money, but definitely good cash flow. And my development that I'm doing, I will definitely have co-living in my development. So I don't want to keep Keela on. I see that Miss Keela here. So this is one of my tenants, and we're going to talk to her and see what she has to say. Now this is live; it's not recorded. Oh, she don't talk bad about me. Hey, Keela.
Hi.
I see you're not at home.
Not at home.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. You look so pretty.
You look pretty as well.
Thank you. So, Keela, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions about where you live. We won't say the address or anything, but how did you get a chance to find me? Or no, not that. How did you choose to come to co-living? Like, why did you choose to come to co-living?
At the time, I actually found you on Facebook. I looked at the the I went on your website and I looked at it. And when I looked at it, it didn't look like a regular, co-living situation. It's really like luxury. And when I moved there, I spoke to you, and you were very professional. I could tell that I could trust, you know, you as a businesswoman, and living there, it's been great.
Right. So, okay. So when were you about to say like you didn't want to live in like a rooming house?
Want to live in a rooming house environment, and it's in the heart of Whitehaven. So it's really it was really different because most people would think at Whitehaven it would be a rooming house setting. It's not that at all.
Right, exactly. So because before I even got into co-living, I thought rooming houses, I was thinking that rooming houses were, like people not working, just
Yeah.
probably, using drugs, and the houses are dirty and stuff like that. But in my house, we have housekeeping, we have a manager,
Yeah,
we have oh, so let me just let you talk. Let me let you talk. Okay, so what else did I want to ask you? So what how long have you been in my house,
a
Keela?
little. It's been a little over a year.
A little over a year.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, I thought it was almost 2 years.
Almost.
Almost 2 years, or
Yeah, yeah. Because I moved there June 2021.
right? It's 2023. That's what I was saying. So in June it'd be 2 years.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So and Miss Keela has a son that lives with her as well. So how does your son feel about that?
My son loves it. He's safe. It's just like he's at home. He loves it. Um, you have a lot of amenities that a rooming house wouldn't provide. Like you have on-site security. We have
Oh yeah.
uh, the Wi-Fi. We have a manager that's amazing. And even doing business with you, if there's ever something that's out of place, we let you know you're on it. The rooms are reasonable. They're clean. They're spacious. Everyone coexists well and gets along. So it's great having a kid there because as opposed to having a child in a rooming house, that wouldn't be an ideal situation for
Right.
the child.
Right. So how would you say, now you can be truthful, about this. How what would you say your experience has been with me as your landlord?
My experience with you helped
Like,
me.
okay, so let me ask you a question. So do you think like what so you've been with me for almost 2 years. Would I allow you to be late on your rent with you being there 2 years?
If I would, if I were to let you know ahead of time that I was going to be late on my rent, you do allow me I want to say grace period for the lack of a better word. But what I've learned from you is that you do not, you are about your business and you do help people. Basically, you do not play when it comes to rent because this isn't, a rooming house. This is,
Well, it's a business.
yeah. So, yeah, you do allow. If I were to let you know that I would be late on my rent, you do allow me a little time to come up with that. But I do have to pay my rent. Everybody has to pay their rent in full and on time.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Exactly. So, okay, Keela, let me see, one more question. You said you liked it because it was in Whitehaven. Were you living in Whitehaven before you lived there? Oh my God. I'm sorry. I thought my phone was on can you still hear me? I'm sorry.
yes, I can.
I
No,
thought my phone was on vibrate.
when I came to you, I had just relocated back to Memphis from Houston.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
and
Okay.
I was in Westwood at a different living situation.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I would say that you like it because you've been there for almost 2 years. And like even the house, and I know you've been at the other house, the other house that I have, I won't call the street name, but the other house that's over there, the one that has the 4 people in it.
Yeah.
So dang, what I was gonna say. I forgot what I was gonna ask you. But I forgot what I was going to ask you, but anyway, okay. So your experience has been good. Any challenges that you may have, I mean, that you have had in the house, because we know that it's not all bows and cherries every single day. So can you think of something that might could be improved, or some type of challenge that you have, with the house
Um,
or living there?
but since I've been there, I haven't had uh any like rough challenges. I mean, I love living there. It's been almost 2 years, and it's a good place to live for professionals like myself. And I can't say that
What
I've.
about when D Money with the microwave situation?
Oh man, I forgot all about that guy. Yeah, it was a time.
Because I don't want people to think that every single day is like, oh, it's so tenants and
Oh,
professional people. Sometimes we do have our little challenges.
oh, yes, Lord, mercy God. We, I did have that. That was a challenge for me. It was just, it wasn't even. I wouldn't say it was a co-living um challenge. It was just, we have to keep in mind that when you're in a co-living space, you have different people that comes from different backgrounds, and we have different personalities that are trying to mesh in one household. So, I was
Right.
the situation with the microwave was like. I would like to consider myself some of what an alpha female type of personality, and that is met with some beta male energy.
All
I
right, because some people don't think, well, because this is a co-ed house, it's a co-ed house, right?
Yeah, it is a co-ed house. For a while, I was actually the only female in the house. The rest of the tenants were all male.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, okay, Miss Key.
that is a challenge within itself. Having to show temperance and remembering that you still have to be generous and cautious of the other people that are living there, because
Right.
they're not just tenants, just a co-living situation. So it's like, you all live together, so we have to work together to maintain the upkeep of the home as well.
Right.
You know,
Right.
yeah.
Right. So, um, okay. I don't know why I keep losing my train of thought, but okay, then that's good information. I'm glad that you were able to join me, Miss Keela. And again, thank you so much. Thank you for coming on here, and thank you for being one of my best tenants. I love you, and I just appreciate you, coming out here and saying, because I think two more other people, they hadn't showed up yet. Say, yeah, I come, Miss Kim, I come.
Um,
Oh, I know what I was gonna ask you. Oh, because we were talking about the microwave situation. I was gonna ask you. So most of the time, like if you have, we rarely have problems, but when we do, if we have like a major problem, like the microwave wasn't major, but it was just the things that happened afterwards. Like, I would definitely, the one thing that I want to make sure that you are on the same page, because I always say that I make sure that my tenants are safe, are in a good, clean environment. And
right.
if anyone in the house are not abiding by the rules or doing, the opposite of whatever, then they will be asked to leave. And I know you have seen me, in action to make that happen.
Yeah,
Because, yeah,
it's basically ultimately, if you are a tenant that gets put out, basically put yourself out, because you do allow the opportunity to
right,
you work with people. I can't lie and say that you don't. You work with people, you give people chances, but at the same time there are rules that people have to abide. If there's ever a maintenance issue, we contact you, you get right on it. People, we have to be respectful, and you don't tolerate a whole lot of, you know you don't.
BS.
That's a one. If there's ever a situation where you've actually had to put someone out, it's because they kind of tied your hands. You put yourself,
Right. Exactly.
yeah.
Right.
But
Well,
you,
okay, I'm sorry.
but ultimately, you're having you and this experience working with you. It's a good experience. You're great. I don't even want to call you a landlord, but yeah.
Yeah, because our relationship way better than the landlord. But it's like that with everybody that I move in. That's what I always say. Like when you have a relationship with your landlord, even with you and I, if you have a problem or something and you come with me, I don't show favoritism. I treat everybody the same way. And if you show me respect, I show you respect. And if you've been in the house for a while, because everybody, including myself, need help. Like when on rent or whatever it may be, you need, everybody needs someone,
And
you
that's also another thing about you that I'm grateful for. Whenever it's a problem that arose, you don't allow the space to dwell on the problem. It's how we're going to fix it. What's the solution? So
right,
that ultimately we could get better, or figure out a way to make the situation work for the both of us, or just all your tenants in general.
right. Well, thank you so much, Keela. I appreciate you. I appreciate the kind words and coming on here and talking about co-living.
You're welcome.
And
Thanks for.
thanks for coming. You look so pretty. I never seen you dressed up like that.
Thank you. That's why I'm not at home.
Okay, well, enjoy your evening and I'll talk to you later.
You too. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye. Okay. So that was Miss Keela that lives in one of my rooming houses. We didn't want to say too much about addresses and streets and stuff like that. And that's probably why the other people didn't come on, but I don't know. But anyway, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to to text me. I'm sorry, to shoot me a comment or inbox, not an inbox, please don't inbox me, but on the group landlordhacker.com, we have a lot of landlords over there that are very knowledgeable of just landlording, period. But I would say that I am the co-living queen, if you will. So yes, so my class will start April the 25th. The class opens on April the 25th, and it is a 6-week live class, meaning that we'll go live. I'll teach you, we'll have out and we only have a few spaces, limited spaces for people, because I will be helping you one-on-one, going one-on-one with everyone. And so with that, I can't allow, too many people. So if you have any questions, I do have a dedicated line that you can call and get more information about the class. You have to go to landlordhacker.com, and you also have to take a small quiz, because everyone would not be able to attend the class, because you have to be kind of like pre-qualified, because I don't want to waste your time and I don't want you to waste my time. So if you're serious, then I'm gonna show you how to do this in real life, right? So a matter of fact, I came up with a challenge. It's called the 1-3-30 challenge. We're gonna take one house and increase your rent 3 times the market rate, and we're gonna do it in 30 days. So 1-3-30, one house, 3 times the rent, and in 30 days. We're gonna do that inside the class. The 3rd week of class, we're gonna start that challenge, and then at the end of class, once you have your house, I'm gonna show you how to get your tenants, where how to manage your houses from your phone. I live in Nashville. My properties are in Memphis. I manage everything from my cell phone. I'm going to show you how to do that. I am also going to show you how to take your house, and at the end, once we stabilize the house, which means get your tenants in and everybody's paying rent, I'm going to show you how to refinance it and cash out, which is called the bar method, which is B and then 4 R's. I'll show you how to do that with your co-living, because there's very few lenders that allow 5 leases. If you have 6 rooms, 6 leases, or that it will allow you to actually finance. They want to see single family homes, but I have found and connected with a lender that will allow you to do that. So we're going to stabilize the home, then refinance it and cash out. And then once we cash out, that means that you'll have $20,000-$30,000 in your pocket. And then now your co-living business is paying that note back to your lender. So now you can take that money to go and purchase another house or rent a house, because you can also do this too with the rental house. Now you cannot refinance a rental house, of course, but you can still have co-living with the rental property. And also inside the class, I'm going to show you how to find houses that are already pre-approved for people to come in to rent the property. So we have properties that the landlord has said, yes, I will allow you to sublease. So if you don't have the money to go and purchase a house, you can go and rent a house and do the same thing, but you cannot refinance and you can't pull money out. So that's the only thing, but you can create cash flow with that. So that's kind of like a little shortcut or hack that you can, that you'll learn inside the class as well. Let's see what else. I think that's it right now. So this is being recorded. I'm so glad that you guys were able to join me today. And I think I like doing these little lives, but I've been so busy with this project. Y'all pray for me because this project is, whoo, jeez. Okay. I'm in my Miami house. That's why I have my background. But anyway, and anywho, thank you guys for coming, and I hope to see you in my in the class. The registration is open. It will only be open for a few weeks, and then after that, I will not take any more students. And then class starts. The first day of class is April the 25th, and we'll have classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays teaching, Thursdays we asking questions. So I hope to see you there, and I hope this live was productive or informative for you. And thank you for coming.